Am I the asshole for being upset that my friend is now into my ex, even though I used to complain about him and I'm the one who broke up with him?
Yeah.
Right off bat, what are you talking about?
No.
How delusional can you be?
No bro code? Is it a woman or a man?
The woman.
No woman code? No.
We're the cis code, we're the woman code, yo.
Yeah, what is this, bro?
Okay. So I, female 26, broke up with my ex, David, male 28, about 6 months ago. It wasn't a messy breakup, no cheating, no huge fight. I just felt like I needed space. Dave was one of those super attractive, very involved partners. Always checking in, always wanting to talk things through, always planning stuff out for us. At the time, I felt like it was too much. I wanted more independence. I used to vent to my friend T, female 27, all the time about how Dave would text me good morning every single day, or plan whole weekends together, or ask how I was feeling about very little things. I felt suffocated, like I didn't have any room to breathe. T would always listen, but never really say anything. Just kind of nodding along like, yeah, that sounds like a lot. Fast forward to now, months later. She now tells me that she and Dave have been talking. Like, flirty talking. They're not official yet, but apparently they've been getting close. I was shocked. And when I said I felt like a betrayal, she hit me with, "You always said he was too much. I just think he was loving you in a way you didn't know how to receive." That line floored me. I asked her if she had any feelings for him back when we were dating. She said no. That it was only after we broke up that she started seeing him in a different light. I told her I still felt wrong about it. I told her I still feel weird about it. Like there's a code. You shouldn't go for your friend's ex, especially not one you heard them vent about in real time. She told me, you broke up with him, you moved on, you can't keep him in a box. Now I don't even know what to think. I don't want Dave back, but the whole situation feels shady and disloyal, especially how she's been spinning my past complaints into her reason to justify it. So, am I the asshole for being upset and feeling like she crossed the line, or am I just being a little bitter because she seems to value him the way I didn't at the time?
Why did they break up?
She says...
She wanted independence.
Yeah, she says, at the time I felt like it was too much. I wanted more independence.
So she felt smothered.
Mm-hmm.
She actually said that, yeah. She said I felt smothered.
Okay.
She said I felt suffocated, like I didn't have any room to breathe.
Because he was constantly trying to plan,
checking
check up
in,
on her.
yeah.
Basically on her.
Very involved.
Yeah, give me
That's
space.
so interesting.
Very involved.
Her problem is that he's too involved in my life. You know? It's typically the other way around, where it's like, I feel neglected. I need more from you. But her thing is, I need a break from you, or I need you to stay away from me, right?
Could a relationship feel suffocating?
It can, you know? But I just find it very interesting that it's from that perspective, because I feel like, and feel free to tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, women like affirmations. Like, they like to know that their potential significant other or the person they're talking to cares about them, you know? So I find it very interesting that turned her off.
But and I learned this term, females are not a monolith.
Okay. Yo, here learning, eh? Expand.
Can you break it
Expand
down
on
for
that.
the uneducated folk here?
Expand
what that
on
means?
It's not one band, one sound.
Sure.
So they don't all have to feel the same way. Every person is different.
Okay.
Me, I need my space. The next person may like doing all the coupley things and asking each other, what do you think about this, or how do you feel about that? I feel, and I agree with her, I'm aligned with her, that everyone needs their own space so you guys can come together and at your best selves. So if I need my space, let me go to work, let me go to the gym, let me go do what I need to do, have my day, you have your day, we can get caught up later on. We don't need to be involved in every step of the day, checking in all the time. We can just let each other rock. And then once we miss each other a little bit, we can come back together and have the evening together or have the day together.
Mm.
I kind of disagree with that, to be honest.
I
And
totally
the reason why
agree.
I'll be honest with you is because I do understand what you're saying. You know, people need their space, and not everybody's the same. Like you said, I'm very key component of individualism being a real thing in the world that people seem to gloss over a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
However, that being said, with that type of mentality, you may find yourself pushing away people that see or have great intentions for you in your life, like this person did in this story, right? It may not have been the right time for her to be in a relationship with that person, but I feel like she's now missed a blessing in her life to an extent, because now now she's seeing that person with somebody else that's close to her and is almost a little bit jealous. Like, how come I couldn't find that peace in that relationship? It's not fair to me,
I wouldn't say it's jealousy. I would say it's betrayal.
But why? Why would you say that?
Because this is a former partner and you're a close friend. So instead of you letting me know before you take any steps, you went behind my back to go approach, or you got approached. Either way, you didn't tell me before any steps were taken.
But don't you think this a little okay? If I was in a relationship with a girl, right?
Yeah.
And she was a very, mashallah, respectable person. We aligned on so many different things, but I wasn't necessarily in a place to be in a committed relationship at that time, and I kind of broke things off. It would feel wrong for me, knowing that you're a great guy and she's a great girl, to kind of police how your dynamic should be. I would feel wrong doing that, because I would take accountability in the sense that I wasn't necessarily involved in that relationship as I should have been or I could have been. And I didn't necessarily align with how that person's personality or characteristic traits were towards me in a relationship. So for me to kind of, restrict you from that blessing coming into your life, it's a little bit selfish to me.
The only reason I disagree, and let's fill that scenario out. You have your girl. We felt cool. We had a cool enough relationship where I felt, I like some of the characteristics that she's shown.
Mm-hmm.
Then you guys break up. For me, I'm not even approaching that discussion with you. I'm not approaching that discussion with her. After you guys broke up, it's what up from a distance for me.
As a broski, that's 100% respectable. But with the way reality works, some people could just, gravitate to each other. That happens. It's not based off of something that you want it to happen, but you could be put in a situation where you're like, damn, now I do see I have feelings for this person. What do I do now?
For me, you guys are always interlocked.
Okay. And that can never change? No matter how great that person is?
It does not matter to me.
But don't you think you're blocking yourself from blessings by doing that?
Could be, but I believe in God's divine will. So I believe whatever options is not there for me, there's a reason I think like that. And another option will be there for me. Even if she's in my mind for another couple of years, I'm cool with it. Because that door's locked for me.
I don't know, man. I feel like you're restricting blessings that could be coming your way.
I don't see it that way.
That's fair. We can agree to disagree on that, because that's how our personalities are at the end of the day, right? Where individualism matters. Everybody's different.
One's a monolith.
There you go. Not just females in this.
Exactly.
Right? Males as well.
Exactly.
But with that being said too, I also think that, with people, they have to align with what they want in life, and what they want out of a partner, right? If that doesn't align with what I'm, pursuing in a relationship, or if that doesn't align with what I want out of a relationship, it's okay for me to leave that as is, right? Now, the question, it becomes a little muddy when you insert somebody else into the third person into the scenario, right? Where this person being the friend. In that sense, I feel like how the relationship ended matters. How the person feels towards the person that they consider their ex matters. But I also think that it's something of the person who left the relationship to understand or acknowledge that if there is real love and chemistry, it would be selfish to block it.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel about it. But in the sense of this story right now, I feel like the person who's writing the story didn't understand the blessing she had and is now trying to block that blessing from someone else in a way. So I don't align with them.
I agree with you, but I don't agree with this person.
Okay.
I'll elaborate.
Which person?
I don't agree with the friend.
Okay.
I agree with the premise where if I was in a relationship and it didn't work out, and then one of my homeboys eventually down the line somehow managed to talk to this person and they're good for each other, I hope you the best. You're still my brother. That person meant something to me at one point, but not anymore. But I hope you guys are able to create something great. I agree with that. But in this scenario, I don't like how the friend went about it. And I mean it by one, he was an ear on the wall for when the homegirl had problems. So he already knew the problems that they were having, right? Two, later on when they got together, at the friend and the ex, he was kind of using her words as weapon originally, like you didn't deserve the love that he gave. I know he didn't say it like that, but it kind of came off as that, where it's kind of like you don't deserve the love that he was giving.
Right.
You saw a blessing and you left to go away. It's my blessing now. It was kind of like he was trying to be like, this is mine now. I need you to get out of here. You know,
fumbled this bag.
Yeah,
but I won't.
I will say another thing that does make me feel weird is the fact that he said, I didn't see him that way when you were together, but I see him differently now. I find that weird.
Think that's a lie?
Yeah, I think that's a lie, because I feel like the whole time you were giving me evil eye, and then when things didn't work out, you jumped at the chance to go to my ex.
I don't necessarily agree with that frame.
No, that was more of an assumption, But I do think it's a little bizarre, how you felt like you needed. I didn't really ask that, but you felt the need to say that to me, and that's probably something that was weighing on your mind and your heart, and you wanted to justify it to me that way. Let me paint you guys a scenario, okay? So let's say either of you guys were in a relationship for 3 years, and it was good for what it was, but it didn't work out, okay? And you guys went your separate ways on good terms. Let me specify that. And let's say me, 2 years down the pipeline, I somehow see this person at an event, and we were never close when you guys were dating, but we started talking, and somehow normal talk went to friendship talk went to flirting went to, let's take this more. Would you feel disrespected if I pursued your ex-partner?
Without talking to me about it, or
let me say without talking to you about it first.
Without talking to me about it, I would feel a little bit of a way. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
although I wouldn't block your blessing. At the end of the day, you guys.
How would you see me? Would you see me as a betrayal type of thing?
No. The way my brain works, I would give you the benefit of the doubt. Even I'd be like, maybe he just doesn't know he has to tell me this.
Okay. Yeah.
I would just give you the benefit of the doubt, because I know you to be a great guy, fam. At the end of the day, I would look at you for who you are as a person.
Okay.
And I would just assume positively that you either didn't know that it would be smart to speak about this, or that you just didn't want to get into a conflict or something like that. I would see it as like you had positive intentions, but I wouldn't necessarily be.
Is there any negative about it?
Not having the conversation, I feel like, is, like, that's the thing that people, especially as adults, should be doing.
Yeah.
But if you did have the conversation with me, then I wouldn't feel a way about it.
Would you think that I was giving you evil eye during the relationship? Would you think that I liked her during the time you guys were together?
If you did, I wouldn't care, because I'm not with her anymore.
Interesting.
It would not matter to me. Even if you did have the most profound love for this person while we were always together.
Yeah.
As long as I'm not with them anymore, it's up to you.
You wouldn't feel betrayed at all?
No, to be honest with you. You know how much people are out there that I'm gonna meet and love in my life, man?
Yeah. Okay.
It's just like, how am I gonna block somebody else's blessings in that sense?
Okay.
But
how about you?
That was very mature.
You're gonna take the immature,
Mr. Petty. Let me hear you.
You're gonna take.
Let me hear you, Mr. Petty.
Two sides of my mind.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Firstly, is it you?
It's me.
It is him.
This person. No.
Let's say it's me.
Let's
say the relationship that we have.
Yeah.
Let's say I'm the one 2 years down the pipeline. Talk to your ex.
2 years down the pipe. Have I moved on?
I don't know.
Build me the picture. Have I moved on with somebody else?
I'll leave it to you.
So if I have, number one, I know the type of guy you are. So I didn't. Some sketchy stuff.
So we have two different framing of minds of this guy. I'm saying he's a good guy. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. It's saying he's sketchy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. Who are you, man? Who the fuck are you, bro?
Like this guy could be out here.
What do you know, fam?
Come on, man. Let's be real here, man. This is Rasam you were talking about.
20 years has taught me something. He could be a sketchy guy.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be putting that together. Like, remember that time he was sketchy to you at that place?
Yeah.
This could be why.
Okay.
Guys trying to connect tree branches that don't even touch.
Come on now.
What?
They touch.
Talking about?
Nah, I'm Tarzan. I'm swinging from branch to branch.
So are you gonna get at him?
Yeah, you would have told me.
So if I'm being serious about it, because that was just a joke, even though I do think you're a sketchy guy out here. If I wouldn't want to be, some people are couple friendships, just because you got a girl and I wouldn't be that. I'll keep our relationship independent of that.
Okay.
Because he mentioned that though. Huh? He said that there's no ties between you and this person while he was with them.
Regardless.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the context for that.
If I'm keeping the past the past,
Mhm.
I'm keeping our relationship independent of whatever else you got going on.
Would you see me differently?
If again, I align with, I want the conversation of, yo, do you know who I ran into? Oh yeah, do you mind? Because
What if I didn't give you that benefit of the doubt?
see, you're trying to become a sketchy guy.
No, I'm just saying,
That's
like,
what I said too,
let's paint a picture that I saw this person at an event, your ex,
Yeah.
and I started talking to them, and then gradually became better. Like the conversation flowed to the point where it got flirty, and in my head, I'm like, this is a potential. I did not loop you in though. Yeah.
When you said there's a potential in your mind, is that when you approach?
No, it's when we randomly started talking at an event, in which I found them quite a good person.
They naturally gravitated
Yeah.
towards
No, I'm
each
talking
other.
about when he came to me with.
No, he's saying he didn't come to you at all.
I didn't.
So how did this conversation
and I was gonna get to that point. What I'm
Yeah,
trying to say is, afterwards, when I decided that this is a potential,
Mhm.
I decided to pursue this person without looping you in. And afterwards, when we became a thing, that's when I come to you like, I gotta come clean. This is who I'm talking to. This is what we are at the moment.
See, the only thing, I would see it kind of differently because why'd you wait so long to come to me and say, yo, this is what I'm doing?
Really?
'Cause
Does
you
it time
thought-
limit? Does it time limit?
No, because you clearly thought either you thought nothing of it.
Yeah.
Either way,
No,
we're friends enough to
When
to-
should he have come to you? When?
not initially when they started talking back and forth, but when you thought it was something real.
That's not right now, though, isn't it?
Is
Yeah.
that something
Like
right
that's
now?
That's what he's
about the
saying.
point when we became serious about each other.
Okay, then that's okay.
Okay.
So you wouldn't feel away.
Because for you personally, I would have to make sure. First of all, the scenario would never happen, but I would have to.
Yeah.
I would have to make sure that I actually like this person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if I'm coming to you saying I'm pursuing your partner, I got to make sure that I got 2 feet in.
Yeah.
You feel me? Compared to me being flimsy, like just a side person. You know? I don't want to do this. I would want to make sure that I'm actually serious about this person. And then I'll come to you like, this is where we're at the moment. Do I have your blessing? And what would you say to me in that? Do I have your blessing or do I not have
That's
your
why I
blessing?
said if it's you, not some person we're building,
Yeah.
it's you, I'll let you rock. I still don't want to be couple friends like that. I'm keeping that independent.
So we will never double date.
Nah.
My partner can never come to your house.
Nah.
My partner can never come to your barbecue.
So you hate the girl forever?
I don't hate the girl.
Then what?
I just
You never want to have any.
I'm friends with you.
She's
I'm not friends
she's
with
an
her.
extension of me. She's my
So all
partner.
your exes are
See,
cut
that's-
off?
Huh?
All your exes are cut off?
We're keeping it cool.
Yeah.
We're keeping.
You know, I would probably,
Can't come to your house for dinner?
at that point, I would have to pick one of my closest friends
Or a
and
girl?
my partner.
People grow apart.
You know? But then why are you making it difficult for me if you gave me your blessing?
Why the distance? Why the distance?
It's just for me personally. If there's something, because we don't know right now why we came apart. So if we came apart in not so good circumstance,
Let's say it was good, bro.
No, he
Let's
said
say-
it was good.
I said it was on good terms.
Mutual.
You guys
I have
decided.
memory for all this.
I said you guys decided to go your own ways, but it was on good terms.
respectable.
Amicable.
Yeah.
Amicable, respectable.
I wouldn't date your partner if they cheated on you.
it's
Like,
wild,
I'm not a
it's wild.
dickhead.
That's wild. That's wild. We're saying like in a
Like, I'm saying on
halal,
good
like, yo,
terms.
like
Well, wait. 20 years has taught me this guy's.
he's seeing it. Let's see it right now, fam.
Like, look at he crossed his leg.
Fam,
Nah, you're crossing your leg too with the same croc on. I
Just
don't
saying.
I'm just saying, bro.
that's not a crock. That's a easy.
Yeah. But anyway, keep going.
you.
I'm just saying.
I don't like the guy who created it.
Okay, moving on.
Anyway, but I keep our relationships independent.
But that's not possible, though.
You
Because at a
can't.
certain point, I would have to, unfortunately,
I
cut you
don't-
off.
The more
me
serious he
personally,
becomes with
I don't
that person,
Yeah.
If I'm putting myself in these shoes, I don't throw barbecues, I don't throw parties and shit like that. So
Oh.
all this stuff that you're presenting, that I would have to come to terms with the person in my space.
I'm
Yeah.
just trying to
Wouldn't
understand.
be.
So okay, let me paint you a quick scenario, then we'll call it a day. If, inshallah, if you have a kid with your partner, okay? Let's say you have a birthday party and you invite all your friends and their partners. My partner's not allowed to come?
Because you used to date her?
Yeah.
It's not because I used to date her.
Yes or no, and then go about it.
He asked me a question.
No, my question first. Yes or no?
He did ask for it.
Am I not allowed to come with my partner?
You can come to
With my partner.
yeah, but it's just gonna be what up from distance.
You're not gonna say hello.
I just said what up from a distance.
Okay.
You're not supposed to be touching hands.
I'm not saying that.
anyway.
I'm
So
just saying,
it's,
would
yo,
you
what up,
be
you
friendly?
straight?
Would you be friendly to her?
I'll be couth.
Yeah, this guy's not it.
You're gonna hate another guy's
not
spouse because
it.
you dated her?
No, not to date her. I closed chapters and books on.
Your chapter's not closed. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
She's still in your life.
Because you're trying to force feed the chapter.
No, he's saying I'm your friend. I'm in your life.
Yo,
Now I'm dating your ex, and she's a part of your past
Boy
life,
Meets
but she's
World.
also a part of your.
I'm the sequel, and you're not okay with that.
nah, Minkits was gone.
I don't know how
What
to
are you
get the
talking
term.
about? What are you
Boy
talking
Meets World.
Where did we go? Now? Where did this go, man?
Okay.
Yes, there are random alternatives in there.
What are you talking about?
Too.
Long story short,
At the end of the day,
I know you're trying to say, but if I know you, what you're trying to say is,
I
you would
closed
feel
the book
weird
on
about
the
it.
relationship.
yeah,
But you do feel away.
you do feel away. Just say
I
yes. or no.
would no, just generally. That's what I said from the beginning. Because it's you, I'll let that relationship rock. But I don't have to have a relationship with people just because you do.
But I would want you to be on talking terms with my wife.
I don't have a lot of relationship with people. I don't have a relationship with their.
I just want to understand how you would act when you're presented in
Yeah.
front of this person.
Yeah.
I just
If I
want to
do-
know what the thinking is here.
Yo, what up? You good? Everything? Okay, that's it.
Sure,
I don't
nothing.
need to have a deep conversational relationship.
Will you talk to his wife?
Yeah, but like the avoidance issue.
No.
That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Is like
I wouldn't
if-
talk to your wife.
if
either.
Rasami's-
It had nothing to do with her.
no, but if you dated my wife at one point in your life, like how
I treat spouses and I treat partners the same. If we're all together, all three of us, I would have a cordial conversation with both.
so there's no added
as a
layer.
couple.
There's no
I don't-
added layer if you dated the person.
I don't have a relationship with people's partners.
But if you did in this scenario, there would be no added layer of weirdness for you.
Not too much. Because again, I'm gonna treat it like it's another person's partner that I don't know. I don't have a relationship
do
with
know
people's
them.
partner. See, you're trying to.
I'm just saying, dog.
Nah, just do you what? You're gaslighting me.
That's what I do best. That's
Exactly.
what I do best.
Yo, community, he's gaslighting me.
That's what I'm here for, guys.
2025.
That's what I show up for.
But yeah, so that's how I would treat it.
Okay. So going back to scenario, who's in the wrong?
I think the person who left her man is wrong. Like the fuck? Be happy for your friend and be happy for your ex.
Yeah.
What's wrong with them?
I agree. How about you?
Nah, I think the friend's in the wrong. You don't go behind someone's back to go pursue somebody. Have the conversation, see how, if that friendship's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. Because you only find a couple opportunities for love.
Okay.
That is true. That is true. But I feel like my life comes first. If I'm the friend in that situation and I have an actual connection with this person, just because this person wasn't ready to be in a relationship like this should not stop me from pursuing my own happiness. That's how I like to think about it.
Agreed.
I agree. But again, you can have the conversation. If that friendship ends, the friendship ends.
That's what I'm saying. If I was dating this guy's ex, I would hit him up. I would tell
I
him.
appreciate it.
I would hit him up. I'd be like, yo,
I'm not gonna lie. I would feel at first I'd be like, huh? But then I would give you the benefit of the doubt, and I'd be
that's what I'm
happy for
saying.
you. I'd
If
be
you
happy
did
for you.
feel a way about it
Yeah.
and said, yo, I'm not comfortable, then it's done right there.
I appreciate that, but
That's-
I don't think I would ever counsel a blessing for you like that.
I appreciate that. And I would
You
never
know?
do the same for you either, man.
100%.
I'm canceling both your blessings.
That's what we're getting from this side of the couch here.
I'm
You know what I mean? This side of the couch is saying, fuck your blessings, nigga. I have beef with her.
I've been canceling Netflix.
Fair enough. Let's go like that.
Barred out.
Canceled Crave, bro.
Huh?
Never mind.
You said cancel Crave?
I said I canceled Crave.
I canceled Crave too. Okay.
There you go, man. So we're out, we're right here.
Let's do our thing.
All right. So we'll wrap it up right here.
Hmm.
Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think this person is tripping? Should they have not blocked their friend's blessing? Is there a girl code, guy code that people should stick to? Tap in. We need to see it in the comments below, and we'll see you next time on the Coffee Break Podcast.